So today I wanted to talk about the top 4 reasons that people end up in the emergency department over the holidays. So between that time frame of Thanksgiving to New Year's Day, what are the top 4 reasons, particularly in the United States? But I'm sure these reasons are also in many other countries as well. The number 1 reason has to do with falls, according to the information I'm going to list below. Falling from a ladder, hanging decorations, falling from the roof, falling off stools, falling injuries, impalement injuries. That sounds awful. Impalement would mean anything. So you're even as simple as you've got your scissors, anything related to decorating, falling off that ladder outside and being impaled or hurt, broken bone, head injury, any other type of injury, such as a back injury. Please call 911 and get transported if necessary. Or if you feel like I just took a really bad fall, but then you hit your head, later you're not feeling well, you think I might have a broken bone, just go in. It's better to be safe than sorry. So number 1, falls and injuries related to decorating. Yeah, I had to hop back on real quick because I started to edit and I was looking for an illustration. I asked ChatGPT to make me an illustration of impaled body parts, and they said no. Okay, even though ChatGPT has made me in the past beautiful illustrations, like for my bubonic plague video. But they've cut me off. They probably think something's up with her. But anyway, so then I looked for some impaled photos to insert here, just from regular images. And most of them you have to pay for. I found a couple I think I can use off the orthopedic journals. But listen, be careful if you decide that you want to look up impalement, because it will just be really traumatizing. It's the medieval days, they did it just on purpose for people to torture them. But then you're also going to see pictures of humans who accidentally fell on this or fell off their motorcycle and impaled themselves on a fence. Or you'll see pictures that you can't even imagine how in the world that happened. So if you look it up, I'm just saying, I'm warning you, be careful. You don't want to have nightmares, but maybe that'll just show you how easy it is, that if we fall on something, goodness knows what can really happen if that stick, stump, sword, whatever, gets into us. So be careful out there. Number 2, sadly, drug and alcohol abuse, alcohol poisoning, drug overdoses. Car crashes are number 3, and that is often related to impairment, drug and alcohol impaired drivers. Sometimes it's not until the holidays or a few times a year that people maybe engage in some of these substances or overindulge in drinking. They think they feel fine, but actually they are impaired. Alcohol poisoning, seizures related to too much alcohol, getting in the car and driving while having alcohol and or drugs is dangerous no matter what. It's better, again, to have somebody transport you or to call a car, an Uber, a Lyft, or have a friend take care of you. The 3rd reason, back to the car crashes, is trauma. Car crashes, again, related to drug and alcohol, trauma injuries. Number 4 is abdominal pain. So this came back around again as I was reading to the same thing that we've been talking about. Too much eating, too much alcohol, food poisoning, abdominal pain. So that's another reason that the ERs are very busy during that 2-week or 10-day time period, especially Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. So do you guys know this? What day of the year do you think is busiest in the United States hospitals? Out of 365 days out of the year, if you said Christmas Day for cardiac conditions, you would be right. Heart attacks are listed as the number 1 day of the year being the busiest, and that is December 25th. A lot of factors are involved in that, from shoveling snow, and that's something that I probably could do another video on, but shoveling snow, being out in the cold, overly stressed, lack of sleep, skipping medications, and overexertion. When I looked up what the UK is for their busiest ER visits, in a lot of areas that I read, it said respiratory. And then the second busiest had to do with trauma injuries, and of course, abdominal pain and chest pain. Everybody stay as healthy as possible. I will talk to you again in the next video.